Whoa. I was turned way up loud for a second. Fuck. Thunderstrike. Does that sound okay, chat? Are we good? Do we sound okay? Is that better? I think that's it. I think that's it, chat. I think that's it. Alright. Fuck, I gotta get comfy here, chat. Fuck. And getting comfortable is hard. My fucking shit's all fucked up. God damn it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Fuck. Ugh, this is tricky. God damn it. There we go. I think I found something that works, sort of. Sort of works, kinda, not really, but fuck it. Fuck it, chat. Hello, everybody. Imagine if the panties wasn't clean the whole time and Astra was smelling used panties. Why would you imagine that? They're not. They're clean. They're not dirty. Yo, God bless America. I was looking for the America booty shorts, but I couldn't find them, so we're stuck with this. And it's like it's very hard to sit without like showing up the skirt, so I'm being very careful at the moment. See, like, look, god damn it. Fucking, god damn it, god damn it! Very patriotic. There we go, that's a little bit better. Fuck. Even the safety shirts can't help me right now. God damn it. Oh no. Because I know you're the one who panties over their head, remember the curse panties? Yeah, but those weren't dirty either. I didn't put dirty panties on my head. That's not what happened. There you go. Problem solved. Problem solved, chat. God bless America. God bless this great country. Fit check? Oh, I just got comfortable! Alright, Cuddler, I'll do the fit check in like 4 minutes. How's the mic doing today? I mean, how is it doing? Does it sound okay? Because, I mean, if it sounds okay, then we're doing alright. I think it's still got the background noise type of thing going on, but we got the new mic coming. It'll be okay. Mic sounds good? Fuck yeah. I think it should sound a little bit better than I had it before, because, like, the microphone is a lot closer to me now, which is a big deal. Like, beforehand, the microphone was, like, over there by the camera, and I think that wasn't very good. You can barely hear the sound. Let me tap into the, I have it turned way down, too. Like, I have the whole mic turned down. Yeah, the background noise is still there. I can hear it, but again, I'm gonna fuck with this mic. I'm gonna do some stuff to it. I'm gonna modify it. I'm gonna make I'm gonna add a switch in it that will let me send the signal path through the other side of the tube, and then turn it off if I want to, so it's back to the way it is now. I am gonna put a new capsule in it, like a new actual diaphragm. Not the capsule, but the diaphragm in there. I might get a new one of those, and I'm gonna get a new tube socket so it doesn't suck. And then hopefully my noise issue will be solved. Hopefully it will sound a little bit better. Who knows? Who knows what, who knows? Fuck. Did your pizza get here? It did get here, and it was very good. And I still have half of it in the fridge, so I'm kind of set for food right now. I got like a shit ton of food. My mom sent me some food, so now I got like fuck tons of food right now. I got like pizzas in the oven. I got like fucking Jimmy Dean's in the freezer. I got some chicken in the fridge though that I gotta cook like tonight. I gotta cook that shit like tonight. And then tomorrow I got burger meat. My mom sent me some ground beef so I can make cheeseburgers. So I don't know. I'm wearing the cheeseburger fit right now, so I could make some cheeseburgers. Do we need send Mountain Dew to her PO box? No. My mom hooked me up. Mom's sure coming in clutch. I was like, well, I'm out of Mountain Dew, and she was like, I got you, fam. Jimmy Dean sausage or breakfast sandwiches? They're like the little, basically a sausage egg McMuffin, but Jimmy Dean version. All you need in your hand is a beer, and you're set. Fuck, I don't have any beer, chat. I need some beer. There's one wrong move, it could be over an entire sports bra. Yeah, it might be. Listen, or I'll be careful. Did you call UPS about the mic? I updated my forwarding address, so now my forwarding address is here, but I don't know. I still have to. I think what I'm gonna do is like tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday. I hope they're open tomorrow. I hope they're open because it's the 19th tomorrow. They might not be open tomorrow. Fuck. Are they open tomorrow, chat? Or is the US tomorrow's Thursday? Oh my god, thank god. My brain. I know what day it is. What year is it? What year is it? The PO box is open before Saturday though, right? Are you good? No. No, man. What I'll do, I think, is I'm gonna go open the new PO box, and then I'm gonna talk to those guys about it and see, like, hey, can you just have it rerouted here? Because that would be, like, way easier for me. I'm just worried that it's gonna get delivered to the wrong address, and someone's already gonna be living there, and they're gonna pick it up and just take it. And they're gonna be like, ooh, free thing. I'm taking that. It's like, I can't tell. I don't know if someone's moved into that apartment yet after me. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. So I'm like really nervous that it's just gonna get delivered and they're gonna sign for it and they're gonna take it, and I'm gonna have bought somebody else a $130 microphone. And I'm very, very upset about it. I mean, I guess I can just like go up there and call them and say, hey, you had a package delivered. Stock market's closed. I mean, yeah, I don't care about that. Talk to a person, call UPS. I want to, but they make it like difficult. Like if you're on the UPS website, they make it actively difficult to talk to a person. And they're like, whenever you're like, I want to change address, it's like they're referring to your forwarding address, and it's like, well, I did forward my address now, so I don't know. I don't know. USPS is closed tomorrow or Friday. Are they open on Friday? Because as long as they're open before Saturday. Do they? I've had to do that before and it was easy. Open on Friday. Okay, so what I'll do, chat, I think, is I'm gonna actively get the PO box on Friday. The new PO box hopefully should be bought this Friday. And then or I might buy it tonight or something, and then I'll go over there on Friday and like have everything I'll like talk to them and say, hey, I have this package, it's going to the wrong address, can I do something about this? Right? Because it's still coming, it's still in transit. I don't know. I don't know, chat. Astra looks gorgeous and beautiful. Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry. Fucking 100% outlaw. Juneteenth. I'm really hoping that I get that microphone. I'm really hoping I do. This has been like one slip up, one stupid little thing. Oh, what? You updated your credit card info and it has a different address than your shipping address that you put in? I'll go ahead and update your shipping address for you without letting you know, so that when you place the order, you place it for the wrong fucking address and then have to worry about it for the next week as you're sitting there wondering if you just bought some random ass person a $130 bike. I am so stressed out about it, chat. UPS customer service is 44828-6000. Yeah, but are they open now? Like, if I call somebody, like, I called them before, and it's like, here's the problem with, like, a lot of help desk lines, is a lot of it is just automated. Like, hello, welcome to the USPS Postal Service automated phone system. Would you like to, 1, complain if I don't, you get my point. It's like they don't ever give you the option you want. It's like would you like to, 1, schedule a pickup, 2, complain about a missing package, 3, update your forwarding address, 4, get fucked. And it's like that's all they give you. I fucking hate it. I hate automated phone responses. If you're a company and you use an automated phone response for your fucking telephone service, fuck you. Fuck you, man. God damn it. If I'm calling a therapist's office and I get hit with the hello, welcome to therapy, whatever the fuck therapy, would you like to schedule an appointment? It's like, am I talking to a robot now? Am I talking to a fucking robot? You guys are supposed to help my mental health, not fucking make it worse. Meanwhile, I'm over here talking to fucking become human. I've seen so many hunters in the same outfit. Fuck. Plug my phone into GPT just so I don't have to answer calls. Well, that's understandable, but you're not a company, you're a fucking person. You need to make friends with your post office workers. They are always issues. You need a friend on the inside. I knew the guy at the last P.O. box, but I think he kind of was weirded out by me. He would always make a point to call me sir. Like, whenever I went in there, he would be like, have a good day, sir. But I don't know if he was doing that because he was, like, trying to be an asshole, or if he just really didn't know. Because he didn't seem like an asshole. You have to press 5635791. I thought you were doing a... What was that song? Like... Fuck, what does that song go? 8531209. What is it fucking... The secret room. 865309? 8657309. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Eight, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9. Fuck. Told you Skynet is coming true. I mean, I don't know, Modern Warfare is looking pretty scary. I think we're leaving the golden era of cool warfare. You know, back when war was just a bunch of big, strong, burly guys shooting cool guns at each other. Nowadays, it's just some twinks. Just a bunch of twinks in a fucking office building somewhere, flying drones at poor defenseless Russians. It's not even fun anymore, chat. Remember when phones had DTM F-tones? Twink in a shipping container. The twink isn't in the shipping container. The twink is like 250 miles away from the shipping container. And the twink then, like, flies the drone. Could you imagine being, like, one of those drone operators that, like, blew up those Russian bombers? Could you imagine, like, flying an FPV drone into, like, Russia? And you're just sitting there in Ukraine and looking at, like, this drone fly all the way into Russia, and you're just like, this is interesting. You see, like, actual military assets, and you're just like, I'm gonna blow that up. That has to be the most fun job of all time. Like, for that whole operation, like, there's so much danger and, like, secret spy shit that had to happen, but, like, the guy who just had to sit there and fly the drone out of the shipping container to the bomber, probably that guy was having a blast. That guy was having a great time. I bet you there's no better feeling than doing that while, like, high as shit. Do you imagine, like, blowing up Russian bombers while high as shit 200 miles away from it? Just be like, fucking hotboxing in the intel room, flying fucking drones everywhere. Just like, fuck. The recent drone attack was fucking wild. It was fucking wild, dude. It was, that's one of those things we're gonna hear about from this war. That's like, that's a story. That was cool. We're gonna get like a Call of Duty mission based off of that shit. That shit was cool. What if you mess up and bomb the wrong place? Well, I mean, if you're at war, you know. It's like, if you're at war, if Ukraine is at war with Russia and you bombed the wrong place, like, yeah, it's not good, but oh well. You know what I mean? I doubt that the Ukrainian FPV drone operators care much about what happens inside of Russia. I don't know how go out when you go somewhere, but it's easy because you're very girly faced. What? And it's still a war crime. It's not a war crime if it's the first time. I don't know how to go. Yeah. Wait, are you saying I don't know how I go out in public? I don't know either, man. If you bomb Russian fast food, you still get medals. I mean, I think if you bombed like a civilian as an FPV drone operator because you were high, you'd probably get like charged for war crimes. You probably would. You'd probably not make it out of that without getting charged with something, you know what I mean? They said the Tu-95s were fueled and ready to take off. The planes didn't have wings attached. What do you mean the planes didn't have wings attached? I saw a lot of those planes that were, they didn't look ready to go, but they didn't look not ready to go either, you know what I mean? It didn't look like it would take more than a day to get them up and running. They had their wings. A lot of them were completely intact. You got promoted. Interesting. I mean, I don't know. The war, that's a sad war. That's like one of those things that's so fucking sad. It's like, you know, when you're thinking about like, when you're a kid and you're like, I wonder what the 2020s are gonna be like, and it's just like, remember Black Ops 2? It's just that, and it's like, oh, well, that's kind of, it's not as cool. Maybe they have 4 bombers, not 40? Dude, I saw the fucking videos. They got a fuck ton of them. I don't know if they got 40, but they got more than 4. They got at least like 15 of those fuckers, dude. They took out like 30% of Russia's long-range bombing, like, fleet. They was not even like a... They fucked them up, dude. That was an extremely successful operation. I don't care whose side you're on that one. That was, you have to give them credit. That was a well-executed mission. It was very well executed. It completely crippled Russia's long-range bomber force, and it like put Ukraine at a much better table to like negotiate at the negotiation table, which is the whole point. But I don't know, it's interesting. They definitely took out a lot. There was a lot of footage of like the airfield. Like, there's drones flying into the airfield after, like, several drones have already done it. And you can see that there's just, like, plumes of smoke coming out from, like, 20 planes that are all just completely destroyed. It's crazy. Deck repellent. I'm gonna not acknowledge that comment because I don't want to make this a political stream. We're just gonna not talk about politics. I know I'm kind of already talking about politics, but that's not U.S. politics, so I don't care. I don't want to get into the. I don't want to get into whatever the fuck is happening in the Middle East right now because that shit's wild and it's not. I don't know. If I'm not wrong, didn't the attack disable their ability to launch nukes? I don't think that's true. I definitely don't think it affected their ability to launch nukes. Instead of fighting, Putin and Zelensky, Putin and Zalzal could kiss. Instead of gun, it is a gun. America's behind both wars. I mean, I don't know about that. Russians only affect long-range bomber aircraft as Tu-160 and the 22M3, and this is disregarding the fact that Russia has perfect hypersonic long-range nuclear missiles, so hitting aircraft is pointless. I mean, I don't think... I wouldn't say that there was a pointless ordeal. They wouldn't have done it if it was pointless. I do think maybe it was somewhat more symbolic. That it was a more symbolic thing, as it had more to do with morale. But I do think it definitely affected Russia's long-range bombing capabilities. And that's, like, important. Especially if you're thinking about Russia's perspective, where if you're Russia, you have to be prepared for a theoretical World War III. So once you're done with this Russia-Ukrainian war, Russia has to then be prepared to turn around and fight a bigger world war on top of that. And if their long-range bomber, like, fleet has been reduced by 30%, that's huge. That's fucking huge. But, I don't know. Hopefully World War III doesn't happen. They still have strategic bombers? Oh, yeah, of course. They still have a lot of stuff. I mean, it's like only 30%. It's not like they completely destroyed their ability to do long-range bombing runs, but... It's not the point. The point is that in a short period of time with very limited resources and money, they caused exorbitant amounts of damage to the Russian military in, like, infrastructure. It was kind of crazy. I knew I shouldn't have put the word congratulations in my message. Wait, what? Too many syllables for Astra. And 50 Ukrainians died in response symbolism? I don't know. Was it purely or symbolic? I feel like they got something out of it. Even if it was just morale. I think they got more than that out of it. But I don't know. I'm not like a military strategist and I don't claim to know that much about it. I'm not an expert on Russian long-range bombing weaponry, and I'm also not an expert on the war itself in general. I'm not that well versed on it. You see those videos where those Russians were giving soldiers arrested to fuck AKs and telling them to get working? Didn't that come out from like the start of the war? Like, wasn't that like when Ukrainians were being sent to the front line with Mosins? But I think they were both being sent to the front lines with Mosins for a second. Like, I remember seeing, like, when the war first started, there were, like, pictures and videos of people, like, actually being kitted out with Mosins. Stretch? Oh, that reminds me, I have a fit check I need to do. Hold on, chat. Hold on, I gotta take this. Give me a second, chat. we go. I feel like the booty shorts would have gone better, but I couldn't find it in time, so here we are. Really fits the bill with the that doesn't work. The safety shorts are coming in clutch this stream, Matt. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Perfect, chat. That's how it's done, right there. Femboy heaven. You look like you're ready to go to a bonfire barbecue. You're awesome, cool fit. Oh, thank you. Ukraine can destroy strategic bombers, but can they take down a chimney one brick at a time? No. The Ukrainian army ain't got shit on Fred Dibna. Have you cocked the weapon? There we go. Now she's cocked and locked. Chat. Did you advertise on Instagram and X about your stream that would fit, really draw in some viewers? I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. I was really tired again today, and it was like another one of those times where I like have to like wake myself the fuck up to do the stream. But I did. We're here now. I'm probably gonna wear this fit soon, I think, because I'm gonna do a 4th of July stream at some point, and I'm gonna wear this again. But I'm gonna find those American Daisy Duke shorts, because I'm gonna make that my American fit this time. The innuendos. I just like the idea that someone's like gonna come into the stream and they're just gonna see like the fucking gun pointed. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? The Ukrainian Kursk offensive was a complete disaster. The Russians are currently taking Sumy, where they staged an incursion from the Russians are for the first time entering the Dnipropetrovsk. Dnipropetrovsk. Is that it? Fucking Russian names are so stupid, man. Fucking goddamn it. This is why they lost the Cold War. Alright? The Russians are the first time entering Ukraine's literally invading themselves into a POW camp, so a couple of disasters all on all fronts for the Ukrainians. I know, I feel like it kind of depends on who you listen to, on your news source. I feel like Russians have a vested interest in making Americans think that the Ukrainians are not going to win, but I also don't think the Ukrainians can win. I think they're kind of fucked without America, so I don't know. You never really know when in these situations. The fog of war is a real thing, so it's really hard to say. Fucking 45 ACP PP. I'll do a July 4th stream at some point. Is that on the July 4th of July perchance? Probably not, actually, because I have the Bats is having a 4th of July party, so I'm going to that. So I probably won't stream on the 4th itself, but I'll probably stream on like the 3rd or the 5th or something. Alright, I'll probably make a post on the 4th or something, I'm not sure. Ukraine will not save any more air defense. It's crazy. Like Sex Machine from the movies Dusk Till Dawn, Cock Gun. DT ran on America First like Tucker Carlson says. America has so many problems at home. I am with Tucker on Trump. Not on Trump on this one. America First. You guys keep bringing it back to fucking politics. The issue with America First is that you have to... America First implies that America needs to be on top. And America can't be on top if we don't like... If we just let the rest of the world burn, then we will get fucked ourselves. It's like America First needs to be also like, I don't think complete isolationism is that great, but I also don't think that we should go to war with Iran. But you know, I'd like to not go to war with Iran. I think that would be a bad idea, and I think that, you know what, the Israelis are pretty competent people, and they can handle it them goddamn selves if they want to. I don't think they need us. But I also can't blame Trump for being in geopolitics, because that's sort of like the president's job. If Asher doesn't want to discuss politics, we should respect your wishes. Don't get me wrong, I want to. I desperately want to. I desperately want to. But I don't want to, like... I know so many people get so upset with me when I do it. Like, so, there's so many people who just, like, tune the fuck out. There's, like, a couple people who really like it when I talk politics, and I love it, because I love talking about politics. But then, like, half of my viewers are just like, fucking goddamn it, and they just, like, leave. It's understandable. It's understandable. If I had a streamer that I like to watch and they were, like, kept talking about commie shit, I'd probably tune out. So it's like, I get it. I get it. Fashion, yeah. Hot Tub 4th of July stream sounds like a winner. I don't know if it'll be ready by then. Great into politics, I was talking about the Ukraine war. Ukraine war technically is politics, but... Isn't it just so upsetting, though? You can't even, like, talk about, like, the president of the United States without, like, literally half of the people in the chat being, like, immediately mad at you. It's amazing. Where the American politics are in such a state. Feet? You. So fun to hang? Yeah. Different subject. Why are you gay? Why are you gay? Oh, that goes all the way in there. Chat. Chat, I'm gonna shoot you. There we go. Stop sounding you're 45. Imagine just like pointing at 45 and you flick it at him and just a 350, a full ass 357 just comes yucking out. It's not even like shot, it's just the whole ass casing. It's crazy. Cock. More than half? Lol, much more? I don't think it's more than half. I would say it's pretty even. I'd say some of my viewers specifically come over because of that. Like because like I'm the only somewhat conservative fanboy streamer. A lot of people come over to my stream because of that. Some people like my stream because I don't talk about communist stuff. You know what I mean? What big gun have you betwixt between your legs? It's my Astra. It's my Astra. God, every time I think about the word Astra, I get upset because of that fucking 44 Magnum, man. You would not believe how upset I am about that. Conservative femboy based. Listen, femboys are an apolitical thing. So, you know, sometimes the conservatives need their own femboy home base too. Nobody sent her a 4570. Astra with her little Astra. Why not? She already looks and acts like a woman. Might as well be gay. Gun question, have you ever used one of those lesser bullets? It's just a bullet with a laser inside of it? Oh, a laser bullet? You mean those are for, like, sighting in guns. I have used them before, but I don't have one currently, so I don't use them. But they're really good for sighting in, that's what they're used for, is sighting in guns. Because the laser is pointing straight out from the end of the barrel, and so theoretically, wherever that laser goes, the bullet will too. And so that's when you can, like, sight in your gun to work with the, you know, the laser. It doesn't actually, like, hurt people, though. I'm here for the gorgeous kisser and perfect body. Oh, thank you. I have those, 9mm and AR-15. Yeah, and I want another gun. I want it, though, I will say, not to talk about politics again, but they did add the short act to the Big Beautiful Bill, which, if you're not familiar, they on the Big Beautiful Bill, like, in it, there was a section about suppressors. So they were going to take suppressors off the NFA. And that's like, if the bill gets passed, the suppressors will be taken off the NFA. But recently, they added the short act to that, which means if that bill passes, which again, I don't know if people like the bill or not, but if it does pass, regardless of what you think about it, it will mean that short barrel rifles and suppressors will no longer be illegal, chat. That means I could take any gun I wanted and chop it down to as short as I want, and then suppress it. Completely legally. God, that would be so fucking cool. I want to buy, like, a crink. How my kitties doing? They're pretty good. Moogie was snuggling with me. Sawed off? You could, yeah. If you, it will no longer be illegal to saw off a shotgun. You could take your shotgun, cut it down to the breech if you want, and it won't be illegal anymore. I remember I had this Beretta, and I sawed it down, but I was very careful to make sure it was like 19 inches or something like that, just so I knew I was like above the ATF NFA limit. And so I was being very careful with that. But nowadays, if that bill gets passed, that wouldn't be a thing. 2-inch 50 BMG, here we come. Ruining the barrel forever? Well, it depends on what you're talking about. Like a shotgun doesn't really ruin the barrel if you just saw it off. It just depends on what shotgun you have. If you want to talk about politics but didn't want to do it on stream, you can do it in VC on Discord. I could do that. Or maybe I could make like a second politics channel on YouTube where I just talk about politics with a voice changer so no one knows it's me. So I can claim innocence. Should become a news reporter. I don't think I'd be a good news reporter. I'd like to be, you know, a kind of journalist, but I also think I wouldn't want to be a journalist because there's too much, like, you gotta go and do shit. And I think there's only a couple of real journalists left. Like, Channel 5 News, I think he does a good job with it, but, like, people who work at CNN are not journalists. Those are fucking nerds. No idea what the fuck they're doing. I bet the first person who thought shotgun also thought, I wonder if this can be sawed off. I mean, shotguns are just kind of an evolution of muskets in a way, where it's just like, well, you have a big bore, and I have a bullet, but but I don't have enough lead for a whole bullet. But what if I just take a bunch of that lead and turn it into a bunch of little pellets, and then I put that in there instead, and boom, you have a shotgun. And then then it's like, what if I flare the end so that it goes like that, and then you have a blunderbuss. Fit check? I'll do a fit check in a second. My favorite journalist is Glenn Greenwald. I don't know who that is. I think most journalists are, like, kind of annoying as shit. Especially the ones who, like, publicize for, like, the New York Times or something like that. Broom handle Astra for $18,000. Well, that's because that's a machine gun. That's a model 1900. That's a model 901, not 900. I have a 900. That one's different. confirm a... Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a really cool gun, but it's certainly not what I would be able to afford. It is very cool though, because it is a machine gun. If I were to get one of these though, I would want to get the, I think the 904, I think is the model that has the detachable magazine. They made a version of this. So they made a couple different versions of the 900, right? They made the standard one, which is just straight up clone of the Mauser broom handle, right? This Mauser C96. Like what I have is pretty much a one-of-one copy of a C96. But if you have, they made a couple different models. Like this one is automatic. So this is just a C96, except you can shoot it in full auto, which is fucking crazy. But they made another version of this that had a detachable, extended magazine. So it was like a whole ass. It's basically like Tech 9 before Tech 9s existed. It is crazy cool. Like it has a whole detachable magazine right here, and you can fucking just swap them in and then just rattle off bullets. Very popular in China because of that. But they, you know, they're expensive. as you can see, they are very expensive. Anytime you have a gun that can legally shoot full auto, it's very expensive. I don't know if I'd really buy something like that though right now, especially right now, because right now it's like the thing about fully automatic like weapons is they're not treated as guns at this point. They're treated as investments. People who buy fully transferable firearms don't shoot them or don't buy them to have a machine gun. They buy them because it's literally an investment. Because it's scarcity and you can't get them anymore. But with the way things are going, especially if we get suppressors and short-barreled rifles off the NFA, we could maybe within the next 10 to 15 years be looking at a reality where we might actually have full autos again, chat. We might have full autos. Because if you're taking, assuming you're not destroying the NFA, assuming you're still keeping the NFA, which I don't know if they are or not. I'd like the NFA to just be completely gone, but if they do that and they say, oh, okay, we're taking suppressors and short-barreled rifles off the NFA, and then they're like, well, what is on the NFA? Then they put machine guns on the NFA? Well, then all of a sudden, now anybody can own a machine gun because all you have to do is pay $200 to do a tax stamp, and now all of a sudden you get a machine gun. It's like the same process that you would have gone through to get a suppressor might get you a machine gun now, which would be fucking sick. It'd be so fucking sick, dude. It's so fucking sick. I saw a fucking RPK that was fully transferable for like $80,000 or some bullshit like that. And it's like, damn. My RPK is in better condition than that one and is way cooler. And if I just took a $50 part, I could turn it into the exact same gun. It's just, the difference is I would go to jail for doing that. Churchill's Tech 9. What do you think of the Benelli M4? I want one. That's what I think of it. I think they're really cool. Get a Tony Soprano sawed-off double barrel. It's just the force of nature. I don't know. I wouldn't want a sawed-off double barrel. That seems kind of like a horribly, like you get 2 shots, and if you miss those 2 shots, you're fucking dead. I'd laugh because there would be thousands of motherfuckers that acquired full autos out of nowhere. Lamau. FBI gets overwhelmed with background checks already. I'm so happy about talking about owning a machine gun. Dude, I fucking wish, dude. What do you think of Wallows? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that means. Pretty sure you can do that, though. Machine gun stamps are $200. No, there's a more. I think there's a more involved process, and it's more complicated than just getting a machine gun. Like you can't just pay $200. It's not. Getting a fully automatic machine gun is not the same thing as getting like a suppressor. It's more involved. I'm pretty sure you have to like sign a document and basically let the government come. In fact, I'm pretty sure the way it works, and I could be wrong about this. I'm kind of not immediately, like, I haven't read about this in a second, but the way it works, I'm pretty sure, is that the only way you can have a full auto is if you set up, like, a company, technically, and the company owns the full auto. But that means, though, that you can personally own it, but the government has the right to come in and inspect it whenever they want. So basically gives the government a free pass into your house whenever they want. They can barge in, look at your guns whenever they want to, because you sign a thing that says, yes, they can do that, because then you have the gun, right? If you're a Class 3 FFL and you have fully autos assigned, like, in relationship to your business, like if you own a business that has a Class 3 FFL and you own full autos, the government has the ability to just go in and look at those whenever they want. And it's like, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Like, it's fucked up. It's a band? I have not heard of them. If you had money, would you buy a Navy ship? Depends on the Navy ship. Like, are we talking the USS Texas? Because yeah, I'd buy the USS Texas. Yeah, I'd buy a fucking BB-61 battleship if I could. If I was Elon Musk, maybe what I would do is I would just make my own. You know, if I was Elon Musk, I'd probably build a Yamato battleship. Like, I'd rebuild it. I'd, like, build a carbon copy of it. Because I think it's cool. And the only Yamato that we have is on the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Pretty sure it's the same. You're looking about an FFL, not private ownership. I'm pretty sure it's not the same, though. Because I feel like if... I see a lot of people with suppressors, chat. I see a lot of people with suppressors running around. I do not see a lot of guys running with full auto. Like, I don't see that. I see a lot of people with suppressors and short-barreled rifles. I do not see a lot of people with full autos. Unless they're like Brandon Herrera. Unless they have a Class 3 FFL. The only people who I see who have all autos are Class 3 FFLs. I don't think I've ever seen a personal person without a Class 3 FFL that has a machine gun like that. I remember I was talking to one guy, though, and apparently it's only $500 to get a Class 3 FFL, and you only have to have, like... It's pretty easy to get it, apparently, like, as long as you're not, like, a criminal, or, like, you know, have been flagged or some shit. Because the suppressor is, like, $800. Cool full auto is $25K. No. Not if you have a stamp. The idea is that you could take whatever gun you have and turn it full auto. It wouldn't cost me $25,000 to take my RPK and make it full auto. I could do that for probably, like, $50, maybe. I'm pretty sure they sell the part online. You can just buy it. It's not difficult. It's not hard. The reason why full autos cost $25,000 is because they're pre-86. So you can buy a machine gun without an FFL, without a tax stamp or any of that, but it has to be pre-86. And that's why any gun that is pre-86 that's fully transferable before pre-86 costs exorbitant amounts of money, because you have to have a gun that was made before 1986, and it had to have been a machine gun before 1986. You can't take a semi-automatic that was made in 1984 and then convert it to fully automatic in 1987 and expect not to go to jail. I know a guy who owns an MP7 FFL in Germany. That's Germany, not the US. I made some, for some reason my boxers are getting tight. Time to free the beast. Only FFLs can manufacture or convert. A transferable is buku bucks. Yeah. That's what I thought. So, yeah. So you can't buy a fully auto, I don't think. Unless you have... I mean, there might be a tax thing to get one, but I think it's more involved than just... It's definitely more involved than just getting a suppressor, though. Still an MP7. Yeah, it's fucking cool, man. I want it, but, like... Damn. I want a suppressor. Though, you know what, though? I think suppressors aren't as cool as people think they are. Hot take, suppressors are not nearly as cool as people think they are. They're cool, and I think they're neat, and I would like to have a couple. But I feel like for a lot of situations, they're not as good as people think. Like, I see videos of guys taking, like, Vepr 12s and putting the suppressor on a Vepr 12, and I'm like, what the fuck is the point of that? Why? You're not making it quieter. And you're not gonna make it, like, quiet enough to not be hearable. It's just silly. It's just silly. I think getting that 22 suppressor, though, is completely I think 22 LR might be the only reasonable suppressed cartridge, because it's the only cartridge, one of the only cartridges you can suppress and not have like any noise. Like, I could suppress this. I could throw the right suppressor on this gun, and I could like shoot it in my backyard, and nobody would know. It would sound like a pellet gun. But I could not take any suppressor and put it on my AK or my AR and shoot it in my backyard. It just, there's no way. It's way too loud. Class 3 firearms license, yes. Class 3 FFL. And the question is, if full autos get unbanned, would you convert your AK or buy a different one? I'd probably throw a conversion in my AK, yeah. I mean, because it's not that complicated. It's just a little part that's missing. It's very simple. It would be if it became legal, like, say tomorrow, Daddy Trump signs an executive order that says fully autos are now totally legal and cool, then what you'd probably see is a lot of manufacturers making the full auto thing for AKs. For ARs, it's a little bit more involved because you have to drill a hole. You have to drill the third hole, as it said. But for AKs, there really isn't that hard. In fact, you could probably convert it with just like some electronic parts. Like, I have in my head, I know how, if I had like a little like electronic motor that, like, you know, one of those little RC things that controls like wing flaps, if I had one of those, some wire and a battery, I could probably turn my gun into a full auto just with all that stuff, right? It's not hard, chat. It's not hard to turn a gun into full auto. It's really not hard. And so if it did become legal, you'd probably have a lot of aftermarket companies building accessories that you could just buy for like 25, 30 bucks on the internet and slap it in your gun and have a full auto. It's sort of like how the forced reset trigger or the binary trigger thing is now. It's like you can just go online and buy a binary trigger or a forced reset trigger for an AR or an AK, and it will just come here, and then you can just throw it in your gun and it works. Have 7, you're wrong. It's a bit of a pain, but Subsonic is awesome. I like Big Boom as much as the next guy, but smiles come out when things get quiet. I do think that's true, but I think that's more true for something like this, right? It's like, I think it'd be a lot of fun to suppress this. If the Suppressor Act if suppressors get put on the table, chat, or, I mean, even if they don't, I want to buy a suppressor for this. I think this would be so cool with a suppressor. Like, this would be, I've seen a couple, I know which one I want, I think the 22LR Sparrow is the one that I'm looking at, which is like, it's like 300 bucks. It's $300 suppressor. It's like a full-size suppressor. I don't want one of those like half suppressors. I want like a full-length suppressor. And then I'll slap that on the end of this thing, and I think it will make it way cooler. I think this thing will be such a fun little plinking gun. And you could just plink out with it, and you could like go in your backyard and plink with it. It's so fucking cool. It'd be so fucking cool, chat. And if this, I might actually be able to get that like before the end of the year too, because like if this bill passes, actually I think if the bill passes, it goes into effect in January 1st. So if the bill actually passes, I might have to wait until the 1st to actually get a suppressor. But still, I think it's cool. I want one. I want to put a suppressor on this thing so fucking bad. You have no idea. Could you imagine how cool this would look with a suppressor, chat? It would like come out to here. It would look like a total Han Solo gun. Maybe Astra's a secret paid assassin. Have 7. Oh yeah. Mutscha is awakening the beast. News from Germany. New law that allows weapon-mounted NV optics for hunters got passed in the federal senate. Needs another vote in parliament, but law got changed. LM are still limited. No ANP EQ15 or NGL for me. Sad. Isn't the PEC 15? Isn't that IR? Isn't that like an IR setup? I think IR is a little silly. I'm not sure if I'd ever put like an IR setup on my rig. Hey guys, look, it's a red dot, but you can only see it if you've got night vision on. It's an advantage because that means the enemy can't see it, but you can. Unless your enemy also has night vision goggles, in which case you're fucked. You know, it's just basically having a laser sight, you know. Let me spend like $2,000 putting a fucking crazy IR setup on my gun. only for it to be essentially just a $50 laser red dot or laser pointer at the end of my gun that you can only see if you have night vision. But if the enemy has night vision too, it's like fucked. And the crazy thing is about that too is like if you have night vision and you're being like stealthy and you're out in the woods and your enemy has night vision too, and you turn on your IR and you point your gun towards the sky, it's basically like a Minecraft beacon, like depicting your location, where they from miles away they can see this beam in the sky that's IR, and they're like, oh, that's where they are. I think IR is a little silly. I think it's a little silly. I want thermal. If I could choose, if I could have like nods and put some like fold down goggles on my headset or whatever, I would definitely do a good thermal setup. I think thermal is way more cool than night vision at this point, and it's also cheaper. I was next to a 300 Win mag on an indoor range without ear pro. Fuck. Why were you at Why would you at a range without ear pro? It's like, why would you ever do that? Visible laser and white light too. I can sympathize with your tinnitus. I have a SIG our SRD 22X. Got it when they had a big BOGO deal, super quiet on a Ruger Mark IV. Yeah, I want to get one. I really want to get one that will make this gun like super quiet. I think that would be so cool. I'm really liking the way this is coming together. I thought about putting like a little 45-degree angle Picatinny mount on this, so I could have a little red dot mounted right here, so I could be like, you know, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Is this real? Yes, this is real, and so is this one. This one is also real. Oh, caught it. America, fuck yeah. It is a real gun. These are not bullets though. This is a snap cap for those who are wondering. So I didn't know I had 45 snap caps, but I looked in my box and I did, and I was like, oh shit, I have 45 caliber snap caps. Does it take 44 magnums? This gun? No. No, this is 45. 45 Magnum. Oh fuck. Alright, well I gotta do a fit check anyway, so. Fit check. Prepare for more gun cleaning? You know what, I'm fine with that though. Fit check. You know why I'm fine with hold on. There we go. I think that's maybe we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with this. We're gonna do this. Every time you stream, you're into something new and cooler than the last. Hell yeah. That's so fucking satisfying. But no, I don't mind that if this is dirty, because this is a Mark IV, not a Mark III. Which means, in order to clean this thing, all I have to do is this. That's it. This is field stripped. This might be the easiest gun to field strip of all time. Like, legitimately. you run a bore scope through there. You run a little rag through there a couple times. I actually do need to clean this, I think. That's not that dirty though. So you run a rag through this a couple times with some CLP, you scrub this down, you throw that back in there like that, you maybe clean up some of the hammer internals, you throw this back on, boom, she's put back together. This thing is so cool. There is an accurate, like a trigger kit though that is for this that someone makes. I think I want to buy it. I'm not sure when, probably not now or not for a while, but I think this would be a lot. If I get a suppressor on this chat and I put like a trigger kit in it that will like make the trigger really lightweight, because that's honestly my only complaint is that the trigger's a little heavy or a little squishy, which isn't terrible, but I think if it had this really light, if it had like a CZ Shadow 2 level trigger where it's just super lightweight, I think it would be really, 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 really good. So I might actually put in a trigger kit on this sometime. And I've heard that the kit also makes it a little bit more reliable. It makes it cycle a little bit better too. MK3 is easy to strip down, you just need a paper clip. Not as easy to Mark IV though. You will never beat. This has got to be the easiest gun I have to take apart. Like, that is insane. One button. It's one button. Oh, fuck. There we go. It's one button and a hinge. Easiest fucking gun to take apart of all time. What is this? Clip-on battery pack. Is this like das Warmenbild clip-on Gerät für Bereits vorhandene Nachsichtgerät. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to fucking. I don't know how to pronounce this shit. Pronunciation is my weak point when it comes to German. I mean, some of these are kind of cool. I like some of these, but I don't know. These aren't. I'm not to this point in my LARP journey yet. I don't have 15,000 euros for whatever nods these are, so clip-on for thermal. That's real fucking expensive. Gunsmith can do that. Is it not easier to have a misfire as a result? For the trigger kit? No, because it has to do with like the way the hammer works. It puts in a new hammer and a couple of other things that makes it, I guess, it just is a little bit more consistent. At least it's what I was hearing people talk about, where it's like if you put this trigger kit in it, it's basically replacing some parts on the gun that are not made as well as they could be, and it's replacing them with really high quality, well-made parts that just work better. Yeah, that's cool. I will say though, that there is an optic I want that I would buy before any of that. I want to get me one of these bad boys. I really want to get me one of these bad boys. Not that one. Yeah, this thing. I want to get one of these. I think eventually, I don't know when I'm gonna get one of these because they're a little bit expensive. But one day I'm gonna get one of these and I'm gonna put it on my AK. Because I feel like the Vortex Prism Red Dot I have on the RPK is better on the RPK because it's a little bit bigger. But something like this would be the perfect AK Red Dot. I really want to get this so I can put it on my AK. It would be perfect. It would actually be perfect for my AK. It would look sick, I think. So I'm kind of I'm thinking this Christmas, I'm either gonna get one of these for Christmas, or I'm gonna get a drum for my Vapor 12, or I'm gonna get something else. I do want one of those though. This is fucking really nice optic. This is a really nice optic. Fuck, that's my mouse pad. It's better with tubes and clip-on. There's so many links. Damn, it's so expensive. Thermal, monocular, 4K infrared. Where do you even mount this to, though? Oh my god. Look at that cat. Look at that cat. This is really cool. I don't think you even mount it to anything. You just kind of have it. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I want to get, like... I have, like, the vest, right, chat? I have the chest rig. I have, like, the bulletproof vest, but doesn't have any actual plates in it. What I need to do, chat, is I need to get plates. I need to get some, like, level 4 ceramic plates. And then I need to get some... I need to get, like, a head, like a helmet of some sort. And then I could put something like that on there once I get the helmet. But I don't even have the helmet. I need to get the helmet. I need to get the plates first, because I have the rig, but I don't have any of the plates, which is like, what's the point of wearing a rig without plates? So I need to get the plates, and then I need to get the helmet, and then I need to get the nods, and then I'll be tactical the fuck out, and then maybe some like tactical jeans or some shit. Because I have, like, everything. I want to, like, set up my LARP rig. You know what I mean, chat? Like, I really want to, like, set up the LARP rig. I want to have a rig that's, like, if I were to, like... If I needed to go out and, like, fight as if outside was Ukraine, I want to have that rig. Not because I think it will happen, but because I like to LARP. But it's... I have the vest. I need the plates. That's what I need right now. I'm having trouble deciding what I want to be my main, like... shit hit the fan rifle though, because I could use my AR, but I don't think I'm gonna use the AR. I think if the short barreled rifle thing passes, maybe I'll get like a short barreled AK and put a suppressor on it and like have that, because I think that could be kind of cool. Having like a crink with a suppressed crink could be kind of neat. Like Grantham just did a video on that like a year ago or some shit. That's 5,000 euros for that. That's so insane and expensive. AK pistol? No, not an AK pistol. Here. I'll show you. See, I like how he has this set up, except I don't know about the AR and IR and whatever the fuck bullshit, but I like this gun and how he's got it set up. Like something like this, but in 7.62x39. That's what I want for my like shit hits the fan rifle. That's what I want. I want something real light, but something that's AK and metal and not plastic and polymer. I think having a little suppressor on like that will not be great. It won't make it like quiet, but at least it'll make it like a little bit more. Like if you're fighting, it won't give people like away your position as well. But I don't know. I think that'd be cool. I have something for you to read. National audit on group-based... What? What is this? Barron's Casey Blackstock? Of audit? Wait, so it's a company? Damn, that's fucking crazy. Why did you link this to me? Why? This is depressing. Why did you link that? What What was the point of doing that? What? I don't get it. Harder light? Yeah, something like this is what I need. I want front and back. I think getting something ceramic would probably also be a good idea. I really like... I need to get something like this. But you know what, though, chat? There was that gun, or that guy. Homemade, superhero armor. Is this gonna pop up if I do this? This is the guy. This is the guy right here. He makes some cool shit. He made this armor paneling. Oh, he has a new video out? Oh, fuck, dude. This guy is, like, crazy cool. This guy would be, like, one of my favorite YouTubers right now. It's like he designed this, like, cool-ass fucking material that is way better at withstanding gunshots. Like, that's insane. That's pretty fucking crazy. Like, it takes, like, multiple rounds from 300 Winchester Magnum. So I'm almost wondering, because he has his CAD files, I think, scoofed? What happened? Oh, it was the audio not on? But... Astra Master Pass on that dude? He's pretty alright. I'd probably smash. He's cute too. Does he make it in cave out of scraps? Pretty girls don't read. What's the new firearm the military's working on with Suppressor that's failing? The SIG Spear you're talking about? SIG is shit. I'm kind of on the... SIG used to be good in the 90s when they made guns like this, but now I don't think I'd ever buy a modern SIG. I think I'm done. I got rid of my last SIG. I don't have any SIGs now. This is the only SIG thing that I own, and it's not a SIG. This is the only SIG I have, and it's not a SIG. And I think I'm okay with that. I think this is like the best that... This is like an accumulation of the best SIGs ever made, kind of in this one package. It's not specifically a clone of any one SIG. It's more like a mixture of a couple different SIGs. And I think it's like... I think it's like no reason to own any other SIG other than this. This is just way cooler. It's basically like a P250 but in 45. It's fucking nice, man. It basically is a P250, pretty much. SIG is a fraud. US SIG is fraud, yeah. SIG was nice when it was German and Swiss made. Yeah. So many people buy the P320. A lot of people do, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't. There was a Ninth Circuit judge talking about how he was making an argument for why you couldn't ban high capacity magazines under the Second Amendment, and that the Second Amendment does in fact protect extended magazines. And he was using a SIG 320 as an example. Like, he had one and he was like swapping parts out of it, and he was talking about this SIG P320, and I was just like, the whole time I was like, don't drop it, Judge, don't drop it, whatever you do, don't drop that gun. No, careful, don't drop that gun, don't drop that gun, Chad. Judge, careful. Because it's like, fuck, dude, they're not drop safe. How can you make a gun in 2025 and sell it to the U.S. government and have it not be fucking drop safe? This gun is drop safe. I could load a 45 in this chamber. Like, there's a snap cap. Like, imagine the snap cap that's in this chamber is a real gut bullet, and that if I pull the trigger right now, it goes boom. It doesn't, but imagine it did. right? If I cock this, cocked and locked, there's no safety on this thing, and I had it in my holster, and it dropped on the ground and hit, like, right here, the gun's not going off. This is a drop safe. The new SIG, this was made in the 90s, chat. This is a 20-year-old gun. The new SIG P320, if you drop it on the ground like that, and it hits right there, the gun goes off. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. You can't make a gun that in modern times is not drop safe. What is this, the 1930s? Is Shister good with guns? Absolutely not. I just said cock. They don't need to be drops, they still go off. They don't! They literally, there's been like multiple, like, on video instances of some guy having his SIG in his pocket and it just goes off. And it's just like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? But they have the US contract. I don't know, man. Seth Rogen's finishing move in fucking Call of Duty. That's weird. That's a weird... I don't like that. I also don't like Seth Rogen. I kind of hate Seth Rogen. I love that video where it's like some guy who looks exactly like Seth Rogen body slamming a cop and then just running away, and they added the If I ever buy a SIG, it's an old Eckernford made 226 or 228 or 220. Immonicable, do you know a lot about old SIGs? What is this? What is this supposed to be? Because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a 229 or a 228, but it's clearly not. It's clearly got, like, I feel like it's got elements from all of, like, it's got, like, two P225 elements, it's got P228 elements. It's like, the decocker on the P228, though, is, like, on the side, like, here. Like, there's a drop-down lever right there, and it's different. The hammer reset is this thing right here, and then this is the slide release, and there's different, because there's different Astras though that do look like the normal types. I don't know what is this supposed to be. I've seen videos of a guy just sitting on the couch in an interview and his gun goes off in his pocket. Yeah. What a classic. What a classic, chat. There will never not be a classic. Is it DASA? It's not a SIG at all. It's not technically a SIG. It's an Astra. So but it's a copy of a SIG, right? So it's clearly trying to be a SIG. But it's not... It doesn't have any... It's not an actual SIG. So there's no actual SIG markings on it. It's an Astra. But it's a copy of a SIG, and I'm just wondering, like... Is this the... What is this exactly? Because I'm pretty sure it's just kind of like a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of different ones. The Astra A80, A90, and A100 pistols which are available in 45 ACP, were inspired by the 6-hour P220 series. The Astra A80 was the first pistol of the series and had a similar design as the 6-hour P220, and while there were external differences, especially to the SIG 228, the internal design and components differ significantly from 6-hour pistols. For instance, the Astra A100 is similar in size and dimensions to the big 228. Yeah, but this isn't an A80. This is an A75. This is not an Astra A80 or A90 or A100. It's an Astra A75. Critically. It's a P2 shitty. I got bad leg and can run faster than that. Is it double action, single action? It's double action, so it. The reset's a little bit far out, I won't lie. So like if you were really trying to do that, you have to reel it all the way back out to have to reset. But it does also have single action once the gun is cocked, so. Oh, that's what you meant, DASA. Ah, I see. I didn't get that. The Astra A75 is a Spanish pistol that shares design simulators with the Sig Sauer P226. Specifically, the A75L variant of the A75 is often described as a cash-strapped cousin of the Sig P229, with some also nothing resemblance of the Smith & Wesson 5906. While it draws inspiration from these models, it's not a direct clone, particularly in its internal mechanisms. That feels like a Grok answer. Did you just ask Grok that? Is that a Grok answer? What is the Astra A75 a copy of? I just picked up an Astra A75 and 40 Smith & Wesson with a 7-round mag. Seems pretty sturdy little gun. I don't have an A75 A100. I agree, but accessible at handgun distances, preferably at 800 rounds. A75 is more like the P239 in being that they are both single stack. It is a single stack. Actually, it's for all intents and purposes identical to a P239. Really? Sig P320 P239. So no, that's not it though. That's not it. See chat, that's not it. See, it has the little cutout there. That's not a P2. That's not it. That's not it. See, it has that little drop down lever. That's not the same at all. So it's something else. Only 2XX with thumb safety I know are SAO. Single action only, not sword online. You weebs. 239 subcompact. So it's something else. Right, because that's what it looks like. That's what my gun looks like. Is it a Sig P250? What doesn't have that little... it's not... This doesn't have the, this doesn't have the little drop-down lever like the other one did. Like this one. It doesn't have that little drop-down lever. A lot of the Sig P2s have. But this also has a polymer lower, it looks like. And this one, the Astra, does not have a polymer lower. The Astra is 100% steel. It doesn't look like that totally either, does it? P225. No. P228. No. Looks like a Sig, but it isn't. Don't know about the internals, though. I know, but I'm just trying to figure out what it is based off of. Because if you look up, like, an Astra A90, right? It 100% is a Sig. Like, look, it has the same drop-down lever in the same spot as the other Sigs right here. It has that same... I think that's the decocker lever on these. So, like, you have your slide release right there, and then you have your decocker right there. Oh, but there's one right there, too. What is that? That's safety? I don't know. That looks a lot more like a normal like P228 or P250 or P225 or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know if it matters because again, it's not an exact copy regardless. CZ75 compact is similar from what I read. It's just sort of a SIG-esque gun, is what I'm kind of getting from it. It vibes SIG, but not really. You know, it's like, I appreciate SIG, but I also understand that SIG is not perfect. That's the kind of vibe that this thing is giving off for me right now. There's a little spot where the bluing got rubbed off right there. I wonder if I can re-blue that. Or if it matters. It probably doesn't matter. I want to shoot this again, chat. I love this gun. P2XX looks CC75 internals is a good take, very possible. So it's so what you're telling me is it's got the internals of a CZ75, but it's got the externals of like a how do I? Oh yeah, there's like a. I have to like push this out. There's a way to do this. Let's see if I can figure out how to assemble this on stream. Fuck, I don't think I can do it. I need to remember how to take this apart. Should probably figure that out, chat, before I go shooting it next, so I could clean it. What's your ideal perfect meal? Probably chicken wings or burrito. Show me the disassembled barrel and locking mechanisms. Okay, hold on. I need to remember how to take this apart. I think I think I can get it. I think it's just one of those deals where it's like. It, and then I need something to like push this in with. I don't really want to use something that's gonna mar up the gun though. There we go. That was easy. Let me get a close up here. Here is a close up. Don't mind the surface rust on the slide. I know I need to polish it. Here's the barrel. It needs to be polished. It's got like surface rust on it. I had some metal polish that Michelle sent me for it. I just need to do it. I haven't yet. I don't know where that went, so I have to find it so I can polish this fucking shit. There's also a little bit of surface rust like inside the text that I'd like to clean up as well. That's something I want to do, but the internals look pretty nice if I do say so to myself. Side of it. You have like your trigger mechanism there. Cat hair in the middle. If CZ push slide catch pen, if P2XX rotary disassemble lever, it's CZ. Barrel is very SIG, but disassembly was CZ. This is a more interesting gun than I gave it credit for. I always kind of just say this is a SIG clone, but it's kind of not. When you look at it, it's really not a SIG clone. more like a it's more like a hodgepodge of different elements from different 80s guns that they like sort of they took like the elements from SIG and elements from CZ, and honestly I like CZ a lot better than SIG anyway, so that's kind of cool. It's basically a SIG on the outside and a CZ on the inside. Interesting. Very interesting. Tummy strut. Now let's see if I can put this back together, chat. Works, chat. Good fit to wear to Walmart. Good boy? Did you just call me a good boy for disassembling and reassembling my fucking gun? That's cool. That's actually not that hard to disassemble and reassemble. I thought it was harder than that. That was pretty easy, actually. God damn it. You know what, chat? Fuck it. Fuck it, chat. I'm too lazy for this. Skirt's coming off now. The skirt's coming off. Tired of caring about how I'm sitting. Of what? Okay. Thought you were stripping live. I haven't done that for at least a year. Maybe? Has it been? I clipped something you just liked this a few streams ago and you deleted it. You were hard already today? No? What? Stripstra? Now shorts? Now the shorts? Okay. Man, I will say, I don't know if I'd ever do Chatterbait, but I do think I'd have a lot of fun on it if I did. That's all I'll say. If you have shorts on, why care how you sit? Because I don't want some Twitch mod to come in here and think I'm just like flashing the whole chat with like my... I didn't want Twitch chat to think I was like just having a panty shot 24/7. I mean, does Twitch care? I mean, I don't know if C or J's here, but does Twitch care about panty shots? Because if they do, I gotta be careful about that, you know? If they didn't, though, honestly, I would stop being so careful. If they didn't care, I would just be like, alright, fuck it, I don't care. When you end the stream here, start a stream on another platform? I know, chat, if I really get that desperate for money, I might do that. Because honestly, I think I'd have fun with it, but... I don't know if I'd ever do that. I don't know if I'd ever go that far, but we'll see. Never say never. Well, hell, yeah. I was using a VR headset for VR lewd movies. Dude, I need to get a VR headset. I need to get it so bad. I want the big screen beyond too. It's so cool. I want to get it. It's so fucking cool. We ask Maddie, she always shows undies. But is it against TOS? Isn't it against TOS to wear a bikini top without a pool? This isn't a bikini top, this is just a top. It's not a bikini top, right? I don't think. Right? It's not TOS. I wouldn't actively break TOS if I knew it was against TOS. Need a better PC next. Yeah. There's no holds barred on the other platform. You set your praise. Yeah, I don't know. I always thought like what I could do is I could have some sort of like I don't know how much about this I want to talk on stream because it could get pretty naughty, but like you know how they have those remote controlled things that you can like when you're on one of those streams you can like use an app to like control it and you can pay to control it. What if I had that, but instead of just having that, I also had like a shot collar and some other random bullshit. Like I had a water gun that was set right over. You could just spray me. So it's like you could do that one, the naughty one, or you could like just torture me for some reason. You could just be like, I'm gonna electrocute Astra. That'd be pretty funny, I think. I don't know if it would be hot, but it would be funny as fuck. It'd just be like talking to chat and someone pays for like the squirt gun and I just get fucking blasted. When I could put like that fake cum in there too, and so like I'll just be randomly chilling and then I'll just get sprayed with cum. Davo has entered the chat. Booting PC and getting booze. Hell yeah. No 6 girls wear way less on Twitch and they don't get banned? Hell yeah. Need to do a BP hot tub stream and count the cash. Yeah. I don't know how I would do that outside though. It's like I don't want my neighbors, like I'm not that far away from my neighbors and I don't want them like looking in. Can you just do the shock collar on here anyways and have it set up as a donut goal thing? I could do that. Maybe. That'd be kind of funny. Would chat want that? Should I do that? Should I get a shock collar and chat could just shock the shit out of me? Does chat want to hurt me? Whatever you're into. I'm not into it. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's funny. I think it'd be funny. But I don't know if I would just do it. Because, fuck, that sounds awful. Your neighbors are secretly jagging to you? Well, I mean, apparently, the old people, they get up to some crazy shit, apparently. That's all I'm saying. How much money would you take to take a taser? Probably like 500 bucks. If like full-on taser, like not like a little ha-ha shot collar, but like a full-on guy's tasing my ass, probably like 750, honestly. That sounds painful. Like getting shocked with a taser is not. It's not the same as like a shot collar. That's like hurts. That's like it shoots prongs into your skin. So not only does that hurt, but then it electrocutes you, and it's like fuck. Chat, I don't know if I mentioned this, but a couple days ago I was fucking with this microphone, trying to get it to work again, and I swear to God, I don't know if you can still see it. I must have moved something and grounded the high voltage electronics to the chassis, and it went right into my finger right here. It burnt a little tiny piece of my finger right here. It hurt so much. 400 volts straight to my fucking finger. I'm lucky I didn't get hurt, because that hurt. Like, I remember when I was building this thing, I did that. That didn't hurt that bad. When I fucking electrocuted the shit out of myself the other day. That shit hurts, man. I don't want to do that again. A few months from now on Astra YouTube, my viewers bought me an FDRX7 by shocking the shit out of me. Alright, now if you're telling me you could just shock the shit out of me for an RX7 FD, I would do that. I would do that. I would 100% do that. Because I will never have enough money to get an RX7 FD, ever. Unless something like that happens. Chat, if I ever get rich, I won't like say that I'm rich, but there'll be signs. And the sign will be that I'll have an RX-7 FD. That's the sign. You'll know I'm rich when I have an RX-7 FD, chat. That's it. That's when you know I've got buku bucks. That's when you know I've really made it. Unplug shit before you work on it? Well, I can't, because I'm trying to, like, I have to have it on so I can test it when it's working, right? I have to, like, literally hold it by the cable so that I can take, like, a screwdriver or something and fucking tinker with it while I can get it to work. So I know, I think it's the sockets that's bad on it, because when I moved the tube, it fixed itself. We found an FD for 20K. Yeah, let me just check my bank account right quick. Oh, yeah, I don't have anywhere close to 20K. Like, I don't have anywhere even remotely close to 20K. Fucking, I have not even close to that. Speaking of which. Yeah, we also know you got money when you don't say to chat, I'm broke. I knew it. We also know you got money is when you don't say. Oh yeah, yeah. You'll know I have money when I stop complaining about being broke as shit all the time. To be fair, chat, I'd rather be broke and do streaming than not be broke and not do streaming. So, I guess it's sort of the price you pay to be a streamer. It was like as if they go for 100K or something. What are you talking? They do. They fucking do. Are you kidding me? RX-7FDs are fucking unobtainium right now, dude. They are so nice. They're so nice. They're so cool. Oh, chat. You know what sucks being like in your 20s in 2025, and it's like the economy is probably not getting better. There's a very low chance that I ever actually get that car, and it's like, damn. There are people out here living the dream. They have it. But I don't know. I gotta remember, I also have, like, I have a lot of cool guns. I need to be more thankful. I need to be more thankful for what I got, chat. I got some cool shit. It's okay. I don't need all the cool shit. I have some cool shit. She might, when Astra gets rich, she might go to the doctor and get her wrist checked out. Yeah. Yeah, I might stop procrastinating with doctors. The Spirit RFDs go for 100K. Regular ones go for 30, 40K. I don't even need the Spirit RFD. I just want the normal version. That's all I care about. But there's literally like imagine spending $40,000 on a car from the 1990s. It's like, Jesus Christ. I don't have $40,000, and I don't have. No one's gonna give me a loan for $40,000 to buy a car from the 90s, and so I'm probably not ever gonna get that. But it's okay. It's okay. You got a Matthew Lillard autograph? You're doing alright? You're right. You're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. Ever heard of day trading? Could make you wealthy or broke. Or more broke. If I were to do day trading, I would do day trading, I think. Because I think it's just gambling, but you can do it like, it's more like strategic, you know what I mean? It's like if you lose in day trading, it's not really, there's a luck element to it, but it's also like you just didn't predict things right. But at the same time, it's like I feel like day trading gets really out of hand really quickly, and it is just gambling. So if you have a gambling problem and you don't know when to just say it, then you're fucked. I don't know. I'd have to, if I ever got into day trading, it would have to be after I've made like my normal. I'd have to have enough money to make normal investments first. Like, this is after I've put money into the S&P 500. This is after I've put money into stocks and bonds. This is after I buy U.S. Treasury bonds or whatever the fuck. Then I'm spending, I have $3,000 that I don't care if I lose. Let me just put it in, let me day trade this $3,000 and see if I can make money. But I don't know how to do that, man. I don't know if I'll ever have enough money to just fucking say, I don't mind if I lose $3,000. See, I would love this, chat. This would be so cool. I would buy this car. 200,000 miles is kind of crazy, but I would absolutely buy this car. 100%. 100% I'd buy this car. But it's $15,000. Not only is it $15,000, but it probably needs like another $10,000 worth of work just to get it to like a usable condition. It's like, I don't know if this engine is good, and if the engine needs to be replaced, so that's another 10 grand right there. I mean, if you want to build a proper T2 Turbo 13B, which is what you'd want to put in this, it would cost you 10 grand. So now you're looking at 25 for just the engine and the car, and that's fine. You know, that's fine. That's not that bad. But I don't have that money. It's back in the 90s. Having enough money to buy a new car wasn't completely unreasonable, but I literally don't have enough money for that. It's in California too, but man, he doesn't have a title either, bro. That's so cool. It's so fucking cool, man. I just want a fucking RX-750, man. I just want one. Why do they have to be so expensive? Why did Fast and Furious have to make my car so fucking expensive? Look for 67 Shelby Cobra. Well, yeah, those are expensive too. Those are definitely expensive. Every 1 hour is idle is equal to 30 minutes. Do the math to determine the true wear on the engine. To buy from these folks. I love American Muscle. I love American Muscle too, but unique US imports. These imports from the US into Europe? That's kind of crazy. That's a nice truck. That's not a bad truck right there. That's a nice truck. Crown Vic. Nice. Oh man, that thing's probably trashed. A New York City taxi? Could you imagine just driving this fucking thing around like fucking Amsterdam or some shit? Like, it's just German. It's like, man, I don't even know if you can drive these things in Germany. Some, like, that Cadillac that's in the picture, that thing is fucking expensive. Oh, dude. Imagine driving around Germany with this thing. That's cool. This thing is sick. It's not a Matic, but still. It's the fucking most American, like the fucking stupid shift knob. This is the most American goddamn thing I've ever seen, goddamn it. Are you still studying German? I mean, I'm still doing the thing, yeah. The, whatchamacallit? The Duolingo. Blue collar wages are going up. It's kind of nice Silverado. A lot of these cars are so old. The Crown Vics are cool, but man, our Crown Vics just terrible. I mean, they're great cars, but police trade-in Crown Vics are so thrashed. It's like the most thrashed you could get. That's funny. It's weird to see that. German stream win. You got bold. Monster trucks for sale. You could buy a clapped out RX-7 for $15,000, or you could buy whatever the fuck this is. Holy shit. Now that's cool. I don't know why you'd ever fucking... This is stupid, but it... Why even put the shitty van exterior on it? What's the point of that? Fucking awesome sleep build. Monster trucks are crazy, man. They're crazy. Any form of police vehicle is gonna be garbage. They beat the fuck out of those. I have driven plenty of the CVs, and they're shit. Yeah. I like Crown Vics, but I love Crown Vics, but they are just so fucking trash. Did you eat today? No, I haven't yet. I need to make some food after the stream. I have to make this chicken that I have in the fridge, but I don't want to. Because I'm just lazy, and I don't want to cook it, because I just don't want to. So I might make pizza instead, and just make the chicken later. But I hope that the chicken's still good. I don't want to waste chicken. I haven't wasted chicken for a while, so I might just eat it and hope that it's okay. It's been in the fridge for like a couple days though, so it might be getting. It's been in the fridge for like 3 days, so it's like getting to a point where it's like it needs to get eaten. I worked at a place that did mechanic work for the county sheriff department. Huh. Did you do the actual work on them? It would be fine to eat pizza. That's probably what I'll do. Compounding investments is the key to having a successful investment strategy. This is how Buffett became the wealthiest investor ever. This is my own personal strategy. Yeah, I want to invest in things. I want to make investments. I think it'd be fun to like actually like try to predict the stock market and try to do things, and I think it'd be fun. It sounds fun. It's just you need a certain amount of money to do that. I feel like any money that you make off of it, or any money that you put in, has to be money that you're willing to lose, because it is kind of just gambling at a certain point. And it's like if you're gonna gamble, it's like if I'm gonna go to a casino, I'm gonna take like $300 and then assume that I'm not going to walk home with that $300. Like if I go to Vegas or casino and I'm gonna gamble, I go in with the mentality that I will probably lose everything. So if I go in with $300 and I'm okay with losing that $300, and then I'm good. Like if I get more than $300, then I'm good. That's great. I made money, but like you're never gonna go into a gamble and make money like 90% of the time. I did some mostly oil and brakes. Oh. That's like what I used to do. Have Puck hunt another treat. The research you have to do is insane though. That's why I don't ask Astra if she's eaten, because 9 out of 10 times she hasn't. Yeah, but it's not like I'm doing alright. I'm not losing a lot of weight, so I'm doing alright. Keep Hyundai Tucson, pay for new battery and generator, mid-hybrid, and pay $24K for keeping. What? Option 1, keep Hyundai Tucson, pay for new battery and generator, mild hybrid, pay $24K for keeping it. Why would you want to pay $24,000 to keep a Hyundai? Get rid of a Tucson and buy American V8 or for $15K. So you would have to pay $24,000 to keep the Hyundai, or pay $1,500 to get an American V8? Get an American V8. Why would you ever even want a fucking... Why would you want a Hyundai? Hyundais are dog shit. I used to work for Hyundai. They're fucking terrible. They're not good at all. You should have curves? Yeah. When you go back to the doctor, I don't know. I have to look. At some point. KDM is fucking trash. Yeah. They are reliable? No, they're not. Korean-made vehicles are generally not reliable. I have a leased Tucson, 56,000 total, and it leased it out 3 to 4 years, 23 to 24 to keep it. Yeah, I would get rid of that. I'd go to American V8. I'd go American V8 all the way. American V8. Get that American power. That American power. I saw a woman driving a Mazda Tribute. It was hilarious. Like, where did you find that? Is that even a thing? A what? A Mazda Tribute? What is that? Isn't leasing the worst deal for a car? It can be. It depends on who you are and what you're doing with it. Hi, Moogie. Do you want to come up here, Moogie? Want to say hi to the stream, Moogie? Pretty much decide on the 15th while watching the Army 250 parade. You mean the one that was in Washington? Man, nothing makes you feel like you're about to embark on World War III than a military parade that we rarely ever do as America. I don't even think I've ever seen an American military parade, but that's crazy. That's just crazy. I could afford the insurance on a brand new car, let alone payments. Yeah, I feel that. Leasing is only worth it if you want to make sure you're always driving a brand new car. Yeah, that's true. Nice pussy, nice cat, bro. Also, hello, Moogie. Are you a pooty cat? Are you a little pooty cat, Moogie? Bad Five's doing okay. I haven't seen him in chat in a while. What did you do to him? He's alright, yeah. I talked to him. I was talking to him right before the stream. Trump likes military parades? Obviously. I thought the parade was pretty cool. I did think it was kind of cool. I did like it. I also like seeing Hassan Piker be salty about it. I like... he was like... I watched like... I didn't watch it, but I saw like his video come up on my home feed, and it was just like him coping. Just him coping and seething about like Trump doing a military parade. There's no proof on life on BV. Yeah, the jury's still out on that one. If you ever do that shot caller that 100% gives the bats the remote, no. I would just be shocked the entire time. I would be electrocuted. I would like die from electrocution if I gave it to bats. Hey, Moogie. Hassan is worked up about everything, though, not a high bar. This is true. Very true. I want to see Astra versus Hassan debate. Well, Hassan is just like, he doesn't even like talk honestly. Like, he'll lie and say things that aren't true just to get his point across. Like, the things Hassan Piker actually believes and admits that he believes on several occasions is like, he thinks that like landlords should die, and I think that's a bit fucked up. Hey, Moogie. Hassan is not, but Hassan is better or less than Asmon. I always forget which way is the less than or more than symbol. I don't remember. I kind of think they're both a little weird. I don't love Asmongold either. I think he's kind of a knob. Hassan can lick my boot. Let's not get Astra called a pedo because Hassan has no other defense. Hassan can't call me a pedo because I'm trans. Hassan can't touch me because I'm trans. If Hassan wants to make any complaint, if Hassan was like, this Astra person is making fun of me and calling me a communist, let's go bully them, Hassan would get fucking ganked. Because if Keffels have proven anything, it doesn't matter if you're in the wrong or not, the trans community will fight for you just because you're trans. It doesn't matter. They don't care. Which is arguably a problem, but Astra better than Finster. Hell yeah. It's like, it's arguably a problem, but I don't think Hassan couldn't attack me. It's like, if he called me a pedo, it's like, well, first of all, there's literally no evidence to substantiate that. And that would just it would make Hassan just look bad if he did that. Which, honestly, he already looks bad, so I guess it doesn't matter. Why do people even care what that guy thinks? The only place I hear him mentioned is in people's chat. Well, in this chat, I don't know why people care what he thinks. There's just a lot of people who are like into him. Like a lot of millennial women, for some reason, are into Hassan Piker. They think he's hot, and so they listen to what he says, and even though he's completely dumb. I will say, I thought he was born in Turkey, but apparently he was born in like New Hampshire or something, and his family's from Turkey. I know that he spent a considerable amount of time outside of the States, but I don't know if he was born in the States or not. Because if he wasn't born in the States, if he was born in Turkey, then I'm like, get out of here. But if he is not born in Turkey, then it's like, fuck. Still, though, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Astra Fin Nano. When you look up for V8 cars and the results cluttered with Benzes and Beamers. Yeah. I don't know if I'd buy a V8 BMW or a Benz. Streamers like Soko love that guy. Yeah. A lot of my femboy compatriots are very... Oh, socialism's cool, right? Hassan Piker is so stupid. But it's a Jeep? Sukin Mobile. It's not a bad Jeep, though. I don't think... This is the one with the V8. This isn't a bad car, I don't think. Yeah, because it's got the Hemi. It's like, this has a Hemi. It's not a bad Jeep. I wouldn't complain about this. It's not... I don't like SUVs typically. I would rather have just a muscle car with a V8. But if this is like the only Hemi you can get, I would definitely go with this more than like a BMW. Because at least you still got a Hemi. I don't really know what socialism is. They think it is. It's just the government giving you stuff. Yeah. I don't know. Socialism is kind of weird. And there are socialists, like, we have levels of socialism in this country. Like, Social Security is a form of socialism. It's the difference between, like, socialism and socialists, and, like, what actually socialism is in compared to what socialists want. I feel like socialism is a part of a normal, like, conservative, or not conservative, capitalist country. I feel like any capitalist country has socialist elements in it, because you need a prison system, you need a postal system, you need a road system. All those are social services, which are socialism, really. But what socialists want is not that. They want just communism. Like I brought this up multiple times. There's some guy I watched that was like, well, you should be a socialist in 2025, and it's just like, because we want the people to own the means of production, and it's like, that is straight up just communist talking point. Like, that is communism, which you just talked about right there, my man. 100% communism. You get the BMW working? No. I'm working on it. Tomorrow or the next day, I'm gonna try to get it fixed, finally. We'll see. EP Moogie. Hi, Moogie. You forget to film it. Yeah. Just ask a streamer who loves socialism where is your 20% of your revenue? Well, the thing that irks me about a lot of socialists nowadays, and a lot of communists, and a lot of people who are vocal anti-capitalists, is that they'll be like I think that's one thing that separates socialism, like socialists, from like what we know as socialism today. They hate capitalists. They hate capitalism. It's like, I feel like socialist things and capitalism aren't mutually exclusive. Again, postal system is socialism. The prison system is socialism. The fucking road system is socialism. But that doesn't mean that we live in a socialist country. We just live in a capitalist country that has social programs, right? But what socialists want, they do not want capitalism. They hate capitalism. They want communism. It's fucked up, chat. We gotta bring patriotism back into youngins. Hear Hemi and can't think of Joe Dirt. I love Joe Dirt. He had such a cool car in that movie. Brain Dead losers like Hassan want to get rid of cops. Yo, let's have this anarchy on the streets. That's what he wants. I don't know, man. It's we're getting a little bit too far into politics. I've already said too much, but fuck, I hate Hassan Piker. There's honestly a different reason why I hate Hassan Piker, and like I hate Hassan Piker for the normal reasons, but I also hate Hassan Piker for another reason, which is like different and more personal. But I hate Hassan Piker, dude. I fucking that guy. I swear to God. I want nothing physically bad to happen to Hassan Piker, but I want him to like. I want him to realize how dumb he is. I don't want Hassan Piker to like be hurt. You know, I don't wish violence upon him. I hope he's safe. But I also hope he understands how dumb he is and how like awful of a person he is. Hey Moogie. You got chicken legs? I don't know much. I really can't comment on his parents. I mean, he's not like a bad-looking guy. I can't say that he's like. I can't criticize his looks, but I can criticize his stupid-ass opinions and the things he says about America. I think if he hates his country so much, he should leave, and it should go away. You almost got both kitties. Yeah, Puck and Moogie tend to keep each other at a little bit of a distance. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they'll both snuggle, and it's the greatest thing ever when it happens. Ooh, a Dodge Charger? I would go with that one. I would pick that over the Jeep. Absolutely. That's nice. That's a nice one, too. You know, I'd probably buy a Dodge Charger if they came in manual. But they don't. Bye, Astra. I'll see you next stream, and I hope you get your microphone. Alright, thank you. See you, Ash, man. Dual cats is a rarity, especially when they're not fighting each other. Yeah. Look at this little kitty cat. That's the biggest fucking shame that the Charger isn't stick. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that. Would you rather Piker or Vlad? Vlad. I think? Yeah, probably Vlad. I don't know, I haven't seen Hassan Piker shirtless. And I also haven't seen Hassan Piker's dick. I've seen Vlad's dick. So, probably Vlad. Baby got stabbed. Still, it's not bad though. You can replace an interior for not that much money. No offense, but Moogie is cuter than Puck. I would say Puck is a more elegant, gorgeous cat. Like, she would win a cat. Moogie is not gonna win any cat show, but Puck, yeah, I could enter Puck in a cat show. She's like gorgeous with her blue fur and her eyes. Moogie's a little bit cuter though, just because she's small. And she's got these great big ears with these great big eyes. I love both my cats so much, man. Hassan goes to brothels, so I wouldn't trust him to be clean. He does? Ew. Ew. So you're telling me he's not just a commie, he's a dirty commie? So he really is a dirty commie. Finn's head game is eh. I know, I saw that, and I hate to throw shade at Finn. I saw that, and was like, I could do better. 100. I could do better. I could. I just could. I could 100% do better. Whoa, cat. Proof it. Gray tabby are just too common. Well, Pug isn't a gray tabby. She's a Russian blue. So she's not just a... Moogie is just a tabby cat. She doesn't have any, like, special breed. She's just kind of a... She is a wild cat, really. Her mom was a street cat that was just on the street. She is a mutt to the max. She was born on the streets. Well, she wasn't born on the streets, but she basically genetically comes from the streets. But Puck, I'm pretty sure, is like, if not purebred, she is like almost purebred. Like one of her parents is purebred, if she's not purebred, and so she's very good. She's like an actually like really nice cat. Like if you were to buy a Russian Blue like Puck, you'd spend a lot of money. Puck is so good though. She's so cozy. She's the most mushy loving cat of all time. I love Puck. Moogie, she doesn't stay like Moogie though. Moogie will sit in one spot and kind of just chill out for a long time. Like she won't move. She'll just sort of stay and like snuggle, and I love it. But Puck won't do that, but she'll like hug you for like 5 to 10 minutes at a time. My cat is very interested in her. Oh, Moogie, look at you're a famous little cat. You're a cat celebrity, Moogie. Bavarian Blue. German ad. Moogie, better on Puck on cuteness. Yeah, I would say Moogie is more adorable than Puck, but Puck is more beautiful than Moogie. I'll say that. I feel like that's a good way of putting it. Puck is a gorgeous cat. I don't know if she'd win a show because she has certain traits about her that aren't like. She has a couple of stripes on her tail, which doesn't mean she's not purebred, but I do think that's less desirable in terms like of a cat show. Like I don't really care, but in terms of like a cat show, also you need a pedigree. You need the pedigree papers. I don't have the pedigree papers for Puck, so like according to the law, she's a domestic short hair and not a breed because I don't have papers, but she is a Russian Blue. But yeah, she's got the green eyes, which is also desired, and she's got that gorgeous coat, which is also desired. I think she would do well in a cat show. I don't know if she'd win, but she might do well. Is Puck a cat mutt? I don't think she is. I think Puck is a purebred. I'm pretty sure. If she's not purebred, she's very close to being a purebred. Moogie is a mutt, though. I don't know what kind of fuckery went into Moogie's genetics. But I love it. I love Moogie. Paul Joseph Watson is a controversial though, but his vids get huge numbers and his vids are hugely funny. I don't really like Paul Joseph Watson. I think he's kind of weird. And he's like, "Hi, my name is Paul Joseph Watson. Today we're looking at the new thing that's I don't know. It's kind of annoying." Probably the rarest cat I had was a bobtail that was half Japanese bobtail, and it was quite big, like near 20 pounds. Not fat at all. Ooh, that's kind of crazy. Puck has attitude, and I'm here for it. Moogie has attitude. Puck doesn't really have attitude, and Moogie has some tude. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever buy specifically a cat because of its breed. I don't think I'd buy a cat for its breed. I think the next cat I'm gonna get, and this is going to be a long time. This might be 20 years from now when I get another cat. Assuming you live long, which I hope you do. I want you to live to like 35, 40. If that's possible, huh, Moogie? But, like, the next cat I get, I'm probably going to try to adopt a disabled cat again. Because, like, Moogie, I feel like now I've had experience taking care of a disabled cat, and it's definitely, like, more involved than taking care of a normal cat. Like sometimes it's a hassle having a disabled cat, but I think Moogie is so worth it. I love Moogie so much, and it's like I feel like if I can deal with having a disabled cat, I'd rather give a disabled cat who otherwise wouldn't have a nice home, a good home where they can be taken care of, right? If I didn't take Moogie, I don't know where she'd be right now, but you know, you can't just give a disabled cat to just anybody. It's like, you can get a cat and just sort of not... You can ignore most cats, but you can't do that with disabled cats. They're more involved, you know? You gotta take care of them. Alright, Moogie. Puck will cover your chat monitor and not give a fuck. This is true. Oh, shit, I'll be 58. Fuck. I'll be I'll be 40 something. Overlord seem to be doing good. Yeah, I think they're a lot happier in this trailer than they were at the old apartment. I'm also with Moogie a lot more than I used to be. Moogie was downstairs at the old apartment, and my desk and everything was upstairs. And so I would spend a lot of time upstairs, but Moogie couldn't get up there, and so I wasn't able to spend as much time with Moogie, which I didn't like. So I really like the fact that now it's just like I can have both my cats with me, and I don't have to worry about like keeping any other cat separated. It's just fucking Moogie, and they get along, so I don't have to separate them. And they really, it's just so much more room for the both of them. They have a lot more room to stretch out, which I think is really good. Hi, Moogie. Getting late, gotta go, or get up early for work tomorrow. Yeah, it is pretty late. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I'll be live again. Probably not tomorrow. I'm probably not gonna be live tomorrow, but I might. But most likely I won't be. So be ready for that. But anyway, thank you everybody, chat. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Goodbye. Spooked Mookie. No, Mookie, no.